Om Namah Shivaya, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. This is Veronica, and this is where we pull back the veil so that we can see with greater clarity. I just want to give a quick shout out to all of the people who have been liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It doesn't go unnoticed. I greatly appreciate it. This gives me further encouragement to continue my spiritual work here on YouTube. So, without further ado, let's get into the Mayan Oracle before we pull tarot and oracle cards. So this is the day of the red resonant dragon, kin 241. The resonant tone, as depicted here above the dragon glyph, is tone number 7 out of 13 in the Blue Eagle Wave spell. The dragon's keywords are here: birth, nurture, and being. Resonant tone signifies inspiration, attunement, and what's that? Channel. Hard to read cursive in reverse. That's funny. So to the north is our guide, is the red Skywalker, pardon me. I almost said red world bridger. So the Skywalker is about space and exploring spaces in general in a wakeful state. And the World Bridger is about equalizing opportunity and death. It's about a changeover. The dragon is about just simply existing and nurturing yourself as is. So you could be exploring spaces that you already belong in and imbuing these spaces with a deeper sense of grace. To the south, which is our occult helper, is the yellow sun. It's universal fire, life itself. We see to the east the helper glyph as the white mirror, and that is an endless reflection. And the challenger glyph is the blue monkey. It's an illusion, but it's also play and magic. So if the challenge is seeing through an illusion that you created, you're going to be assisted through staying awake and present in these moments and spaces that you already exist in, and you're providing new enlightenment. You know, whatever you're coming into contact with, it's going to just be mirrored back to you for what it is, fully in the light. You'll be able to do with that whatever it is that you see fit. Oh yeah, it's also a galactic activation portal day, a gap day. And this is the chakra radial plasma that we'll be looking at today. It's called Blimmy. And what those radial plasmas are is they're like building blocks that plasma utilizes to give a charge to something. So whenever you are directing your awareness at, for example, your solar plexus chakra today, and perhaps you're visualizing this glyph here, this radial plasma, over top of your solar plexus chakra during your meditation as you're connecting with Mother Gaia. And it's really just like setting your internal compass to match the external world that you're a part of already. It could just be as simple as that, you know, just learning how to be yourself in a world that's always changing. I love the Mayan Oracle. It's just so interesting to learn a new way of counting time and observing energy play out in front of us. and inside of us, truly. Let's get Oracle of Ascension out here first. This is Thursday, November the 20th. In Gregorian time. First star out is the 5-pointed star. Did I say first star out? First card out is the 5-pointed star, the pentagram. And this one, it's also curious, is the element of spirit. The 5th element. And I also associate the element of spirit with the bottom sphere on the tree of life called Malkuth. So we have a physical account of the element of spirit. It's interesting. It's like the debate between what's more real, God or science. For some reason, that is something that I was like, I wanted this one, like listening to earlier. The bottom's Jupiter. Here's the 3 cards that came out for me. The first one was Yao. This is an angelic frequency. It's the spiral that your Ruach takes, that this element of spirit takes as it travels from heaven and reaches you inside of your body, inside of your vessel. Then we have Chesed, divine grace, divine mercy. And Yesod, the foundations. Sagittarius and foundation. 2 more cards, Spirit. This one, Aquarius. Had to look. Too many. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far out there in the collective sphere. Aquarius and Taurus. On the bottom, there's Venus. An angel of mercy. A physical representation of spirit. An angel of mercy. The foundation card coming out with Sagittarius is like an oxymoron, because Sagittarius is an energy that wants to get up, go, travel, move, do something new, do something adventurous, explore, learn. And then Aquarius is global energy. It's the World Wide Web. It's technology that assists us in connecting our consciousness around the planet. And then Taurus, Isis and Nana, tangible earthly items. And then, Venus is the planetary ruler of Taurus. And it really is speaking about this connection that we have with Mother Earth and what we value on the planet. What we're willing to do to go out there and get what we desire. I'm interested to see where this is going. Let's get some Rider-Waite Tarot. Pentagram, element of spirit. And I have a pentagram necklace on. You could be... the strength card came out. I was going to say you could be doing like lesser banishing rituals or things like that, working with the earth, with your spirit, in order to provide protection to yourself, your family, your loved ones. Whatever you're doing spiritually, working with the earth, it is in accordance to divine law. You know, you're doing what thou will and causing no harm. I like this one. The Seven of Wands. You know, you have the higher ground. Strength in the higher ground. You're able to defend your station adequately. Four of Cups. Disappointment energy. You're defending yourself. You're defending your station from disappointment. An angel of disappointment. Let's take these two. They're meant to be shown together, so I'll place them down here. But it's a balancing act and charity. Rebalancing what it is that you're giving away, or you're being given. I like it like this. You're being given something that will assist you in creating a new foundation according to your life's purpose specifically. How many's out here? Too many to complete the reading, but we're gonna look anyway. But now you have to like juggle doing your foundation and also continuing to like further your studies and further your knowledge base. King of Swords and the Hierophant. I don't take reversals, but it did come in reverse, so, you know, this could be a smooth talker. This could be somebody who tried to go in on something with you and turned out to, yeah, cause you more grief than anything else. It's someone who, I'm getting they stuck you with a lot more work than what they actually picked up, and it left you in this uncelebratory energy and overburdened. King of Pentacles, even though it's something that's in your name. You're the one who's going to take total credit for it. Interesting. There's a business partner out here. There's a business partner out here who I'm getting is disappointed with their choice. Five of Wands coming out with the Four of Cups. It took a long time to get that one card out here, which shows a lot of internal struggle. This is like decision paralysis in this other person. But the thing is, you can see that in them and you're offering them this divine grace. It could be that you have given them something to, you know, get on their feet so that they could, you know, get some balls up in the air and start juggling and doing their thing. Two of Swords on the bottom. They need to make their effing mind up. Or maybe you need to make your mind up whether or not you're going to continue forward with this person or not, truly. I mean, you're not letting them affect your energy, but I mean, you're ready to build this foundation. That much is super true. It's just true. Here's your reminder to take only what resonates and leave the rest behind. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I appreciate it always. It's fun to watch the channel grow, you know. I'm just happy to be here with everybody. The Lovers in Aquarius. And the Page of Cups at the bottom. You really just want to help people, is what I'm getting. You want to share this type of universal love. You want other people to be able to experience universal love. And safety, you know. The Lovers and the Six of Swords, safe travels, you know. And Taurus, traveling over the earth. Unconditional. And the Emperor at the bottom. This also could be speaking about an emperor who is assisting you in finding your own footing. And it could be that there's a lot of people in this person's life that disagrees with their decision, but they really don't care because they love you. As simple as that. That's beautiful. I would like to get the Nature Nurture Oracle next. Call it my spirit animal deck. Yeah, let's get some clarification on this. Because I can see it going a couple different ways. Okay, the bottom card once. It's the Frog, Detox. Detox, Strength, and Pentagram. You're strong because you were able to separate the wheat from the chaff. Transition at the bottom. It's funny that that was a bottom card and I was being told to check the bottom. Maybe you are being asked to double check some things, you know, make sure no stone goes unturned was the turn of phrase that came to my mind. Oh, Holy Spirit. We have birth in the egg. And the Scorpion representing caution. Abundance at the bottom. I'm getting that there is a warning not to slip into this type of disappointment energy, because it might be really easy for you at this time to do that. Instead, just express your gratitude and understand that I just heard that the birth is imminent. What are we birthing, Spirit? Caution and fear. A hungry ghost. You need to detox this person, whoever this is, from whatever creation you're trying to make, because what they're going to add into the mix is extra caution and extra fear. You know, you'll find a way out to let them go through grace. At the bottom is abundance again. Yeah, Spirit says this person is only going to be holding you back. There's two. Teacher and leadership, the wolf and the lion. You're here to be a teacher and a leader. And two more. Phoenix and fire. Right and action. Wow, Phoenix from the flame. Action and right. And timing. We just had a new moon in Scorpio overnight. So this is the time where you should be creating those new foundations, those lists of things that you wish to accomplish over the next 28-day cycle. And specifically, this is saying that you had gone through enough in your life to become this teacher. And now it's, again, like juggling between your wants and your needs, between taking care of yourself and taking care of, I just heard a crew. You could have a crew of people underneath you that you manage. Action, the Lovers, and Aquarius. Fires of desire, fires of transmutation. I'm getting power couple through this. You and an emperor could be working on building an empire, and there's that, what was it, King of Swords out there. Smooth talker, trying to get you to help them do something, basically. But I see that you're going to be moving away from whatever that is, because you have been divinely inspired to create a new action, okay? And this is something for you. This is something specifically for you, and let's get Marielle Tarot. It's still not exactly clear. We have the Eight of Discs, and I can't show this one, but it is the King of Cups. So this Eight of Discs in this deck represents, you know, staying very peaceful in your center while there are forces of chaos that wreak havoc all around you. And the King of Cups is a deeply nurturing masculine energy who has your best interest in mind. You know, this could be you in this situation where you're showing up and just like being completely understanding with this other person. They could have like every excuse in the book why they can't participate in the things that they said that they were going to do, but like they're not able to deliver for one reason or the next. You know, the list could just go on and on. And there's you sitting back, just being like, oh, it's cool, I get it, you know, da-da. The pleasantries. And then we have the Page of Wands out here, Marielle. Represented by Joan of Arc in this deck. And it really is like that. It's like that fiery Princess of Wands ready to start this thing, ready to do the damn thing. It's finally the motivation. And it could be once this other person is out of your energy, you have a burst of creativity, a burst of energetic creativity, because you know that your information is safe and it's not going to be like bastardized or anything. You know what I mean? Like, Okay, Spirit, let's do this. Can we have more cards for this reading, please? Yes, it is the High Priestess with the Page of Wands. You alchemized the shit out of that. And the Ten of Wands, the Archangel Michael. Riding into victory. I love this deck. Ten of Wands and Three of Discs. Again, there's a lot of like babies and birthing and innocence and softness here out on the table. And there's also those who are out here to defend it. Seven of Cups and the Six of Discs. This one is depicted as Archangel Gabriel holding the Lamp of the Jinn. I can't show it all on the camera. Interesting. And at the bottom we have Nine of Swords. The great city. That which can withstand any caution, fear, worrying. Tumult is the word specifically that I heard. Tumult. Okay, so where are we going with this? Yeah, when you broke the news to this person that you wouldn't be continuing the endeavor together, you were able to do it with such grace and tact that it avoided a gigantic meltdown. And this could be somebody who had really gone through the ringer themselves. And you just felt guilty doing it. But it was the right action to put you both on your correct path. Six of Discs. And the Seven of Cups. Yeah, maybe your action was Seven of Cups, temptation, action, the Lovers in Aquarius. And here's another thing, is that I'm going to take my own judgment out of the equation and look at the symbols for what it's coming up as. This could be something as simple as somebody choosing their family over business, or choosing their family over work. You know, that happens a lot, you know. One reason or another, you know, you crunch your finances and you say, can I really afford this daycare bill? Or would it be better if we were a one-income household so that one person can manage the children and the home things? And you know what I'm saying? It's like one of those. It could be something as simple as one of those where someone's having a really difficult time making like that transition, that world bridger energy that came up in the beginning, between like choosing one thing over another or starting over or not. But when I see this Three of Discs card with the two parents and their new baby, it's like head of household energy. And it's also very teachable energy. This is really beautiful. It's not a rigid head of household. It's like Scottish law, where you know what you need to do just to be a right, upstanding, righteous person and hold others accountable in that same statute. Yeah, it's good stuff. Maybe it does seem a bit like tribal mentality, but isn't that what communities are? Just another word for your tribe. But what if all of the world was operating under that type of a system? You know, what if everybody on the planet chose the moral high ground? Not to be holier than thou or above anyone else, but more so just to show another person a living example on what mercy through the hand of God looks like. That's a miracle in itself. Sacral chakra, 8 of discs, detox, strength, and pentagram. And throat chakra, King of Cups, birth. How many wands is that? 7 of wands, an element of spirit. Sacral chakra and throat chakra connecting up. It's interesting because it's like you're detoxing your sacral, your creative sphere, and your throat, your voice, your speech, your spoken spell. Is coming alive. Wow, maybe you were like walking on eggshells around this person. Check this out. It's gates and air. You know what is a gate? It's your mouth. Your mouth is a gate, and the air is what blows through it. So it's like I'm just getting, again, you guys, like, once this person is out of your, or once you're out of this old situation where you had to choose, like, am I going to continue to work myself into the ground and not have any energy left over for my family or for, like, or my job? It's like you were juggling your pentacle. Which do I value more? And it's such a difficult decision that a lot of Americans and, you know, people outside of the United States have to make nowadays, unfortunately. You know, if you're a parent, and even people who don't have children, you know, it just ain't easy out there for folks. I can recognize that. In the future. 10 of Wands with Archangel Michael, teacher, 6 of coins, and a foundation card, Yesod. A future foundation that is angelically protected, that teaches the word of God, that teaches the word of El. That's beautiful. I just went, hold up. We got a school like that. And then I heard, yeah, baby, come on. Whose ancestor is that? We have the Earth, future Earth. You're going to be a new leader and teacher on New Earth. Because you chose what mattered the most in your heart. What mattered the most in your heart. At the bottom is the winter. So that's coming up. That's this winter. The future is not far away. Wow. I'm being like reminded of this image on how the ages of time had been cataloged. And it's like, that's a big truck going down the street. Just had to take a peek. It was cataloged by like all of the ancient, like Neolithic period, megalithic period, and then it goes on to like the different ages of man, like the Bronze Age, Iron Age, etc. But like the way that it quantified the time, the length of time into groups was like the first couple billion years was the first age, and then the next stage was twice as short, and then twice as short, and then 4 times as short, and it just kept going on and on like that. Well, the point in time where we're in now, it's like the turn and burn of the age is rapid fire rolling over, and it's like we've reached this point where they're not sure how to quantify that time group anymore. So who's to say that we're not living a new age every year or every season or every wave spell? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're getting to that point now in our conscious evolution and with how we measure time in accordance to divine law on the material plane, where we're noticing that time is bending and laws are shifting and changing. Autumn. We went from the winter to autumn, and now we have the moon. Things hidden in the autumn, illuminated in the winter, in the future, revealed in the autumn to become manifest in the winter. Interesting. Let's get an Egyptian oracle card out. Egyptian gods oracle, most specifically. And this was the empathic oracle. I can't remember if I said that out loud. I was on a bit of a tear. I like this one. Anubis. Transformation. What's this? In Kepri. Change. Check it out. It's Anubis. Look at this. Anubis. You have Thoth up here as the baboon. And then down here is that same deity of chaos that's been coming out like the last 5 readings in a row. At the bottom we have Kepri, which is change. And you can see that it is the scarab beetle. So we have Anubis with the scales. And we have this inevitable change. Change through world bridger energy, you know, death and rebirth. But it's rapid turn and burn. It's something leaves your awareness, leaves your energy field, leaves your life, leaves your resources, leaves your family, and is immediately introduced. You are then immediately introduced to the next step to achieve that which God has promised for you. And once it is that you let that thing in the past go, that's you freeing up your hand for God to put something else into it. So you're being asked to free up your heart in that way. You're being asked to free up your throat in that way. And your sacral in that way. Don't speak anything that you don't desire to return to you. Don't put anything in that you don't want to see manifest out of you. Don't put things in your heart that you don't wish to see happen to your emotional body. You know? Don't worship a false idol. Don't give to that which does not deserve. Don't pour your Ace of Cup into those that don't deserve. Trust in the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. That's a great reminder, you guys, because even though it does feel like it's like 18 o'clock most times, 18 o'clock is a real time. What is that? 6 o'clock? That's too good. Even though it feels like it's 28 o'clock most of the time, you know, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. That's excellent too. Excellent reminder, you guys, that, you know, trust the timing of things and trust that you're not for everyone, you know. If you know that for a fact and you're trying too hard with people who just aren't gonna effing get you, but I love them, that's amazing that you are such a deeply caring person, and the amount of love that you feel is a true testament to how beautiful your heart is. But if they can't see it, that's their loss, honey. You're not for everyone. You know? Neither is McDonald's. McDonald's not for everybody. McDonald's make you fucking sick if you eat too much. If you eat any, like if you're a person like me, if you eat any of it, it makes me sick. So maybe this person makes you sick. Makes you totally sick. Shit. And that's a whole lesson in itself. Because what are they reflecting to you that you recognize that you don't want any part of around you? Okay, I'm definitely gonna leave the reading here. I'm leaving it here, you guys. All right. Thanks so much again for coming back to my channel and sticking around this long. You know, press that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Press the link in the description below for my Buy Me a Coffee. You can reach out and schedule any psychic medium services that I have available. And I wish you all a lovely day. Om Namah Shivaya.